And we are getting ready for the final duel of tonight's competition here at the Battle of Waterloo. The last ride bringing us back in to our final duel here tonight as we have the last ride of tonight's action as the West Delaware Hawks will be taking on the Alburnett Pirates. Good evening, everybody. Along with Roger Reed, this is Jamie Vasky as we get you set for the third place match as the Hawks from West Delaware take on the Pirates from Alburnett. And I tell you what, over the past couple years with the emergence of Alburnett, this has become quite the matchup here between the Hawks and the Pirates as we get you set for action here as the Hawks.
And Jamie, we're going to start at 285.
And that's going to be Richie Hevron, and he's going to take on DJ Cole from Alburnett to start this thing off.
DJ Cole is a junior at 285, and he is a long, tall drink of water. So Richie Hevron, maybe he can work a snatch single, maybe a sweep single, maybe a duck under. DJ Cole filling up that singlet. Tell you what, he's all of about 260. Well, we'll see what happens here with Richie Hevron. Boy, Russell, go ahead.
And our online coverage of the Battle of Waterloo tonight and tomorrow is brought to you by East Buchanan Telephone, Gavel and Grain, State Farm Insurance, the Julie Smith Agency in Manchester, and Wapsie Valley Creamery in Independence.
There's a nice duck under by Richie Hevron. He's behind Cole. Let's see if he can back trip him and take him down. Cole splitting the hands. Hevron drops in on a single. And boy, had him. Well, it was a great duck under by Richie. And he just couldn't back trip the big guy from Alburnett as DJ Cole split the hands. DJ Cole split the hands of Hevron. Richie's got he's got 3-4 really quick first steps, and I'll tell you what, if he can hit that duck under and make it work for him, that'll be a really, really good addition to his offense. Again, this is for third place in this pool. Third place in this pool, and then tomorrow, third or fourth, you will be paired up with the third or fourth place winners in the other 3 pools of 8. And all 3 third or fourth place winners will wrestle it out for the championship of that pool. So, nice snap down by Hevron, and you got to give him 2. Nice snap down by Hevron. As time expired, I tell you what, he felt the pressure by Cole, snapped him down. He's got to defer if you're Richie Hevron. Let's see.
Nice job getting that takedown at the end of the period. So many times, we talk about the Hawks giving up those points, but I tell you what, it is nice to see the Hawks getting those points late in the period like Richie Hevron just did there.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. He just snapped. He felt that pressure and snapped him right down. Now let's see if he can hit Cole with the stand-up. He got to his feet. Nice outside stand-up by Hevron. He's going to pick up a 1-point escape. He goes up now 3-0. Well, I think if he gets on top of Cole, he can pin him, Jamie. I think if he can work that snap down again.
I tell you what, we've talked about how well Richie's done this year, and I tell you, one thing that you like to see is you got a kid with not a lot of experience like Richie Hevron. He's doing the basics out there. He's learning as he goes. You can see him really emphasizing those snap downs and really going at it. And I tell you what, in a heavyweight against some average, decent, good heavyweights, I know I just used a bunch of words to describe heavyweights, but even good at heavyweights, the basics will win you some matches there, and that's what Richie Hevron we've seen out of him so far this year.
He's beaten both heavyweights that are wrestling in the championship match. He beat the Assumption heavyweight at the Bob Murphy invite, and he beat the Charles City heavyweight. There's a headlock by Cole. Richie did learn a lesson there, Jamie. Boy, he's back behind. He's going to lift up Cole. That a baby. He learned a little lesson after that last match to duck on that headlock. He picked up the 2. Now he's turtle. Now let's see if he can go to work. He's been tough on top of that bar series, and he's got Cole. Now he's got a wing series on the big guy from Alburnett. He's got a chicken wing on the left. Oh, boy, gave it up. Well, I think if he can take that chicken wing, tighten it up. He's good with that half Nelson. He's got Cole turning. Oh boy, stay with that power half Nelson and crank him over. He had the half in, and then he went back to the hips, and I don't think he needed to go back to the hips. I think all he had to do was crank, and Cole would have went right to his back. 11 seconds left to go, second period. Hevern up 5-0. Power half Nelson now by Hevern. He's stuffing the head of Cole. And boy, almost had a full Nelson. He almost had a full Nelson.
Did he get
it? I think our official let him.
No, that period was over. I'm sorry. Good thing the official was watching that. I didn't see a towel person come out there. All right, though. I thought
we have a little towel person. She's over in the green shirt.
She probably just sat there and counted it down for him. Need one more good period here as Cole's going to choose neutral to start this third period. So Richie's got to have another takedown here and get to work on top.
Yeah, and you just got to stay out of those throw situations. You know, Cole tried to throw Richie in a headlock at the end of that second period, and Richie fought out of it. And again, you just can't give a guy your head. Stalling on green. Thank you very much.
1 point for Richie. What? Double stalling?
Double stalling? You've got to be kidding me.
What?
Richie's got all the offensive shots on his feet.
I didn't even see him both get called for stalling once.
I did not either. Tell you what, it's been all Richie Hevern, and you ding them both.
I don't get that at all.
1 minute left to go. This is our first match of this third place duel. And DJ Cole, the big junior from Alburnett, top ranked in Class 1A, 49 seconds. Richie, you're up by 5. Tries to snap Cole down one more time. And again, if you're the official, you know, Hevern's doing all the movement here, Jamie. He's working collar ties, he's working snaps.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Another double stalling.
Dinging them both.
I can't believe this. This is ridiculous.
So now there's Richie with another duck under. Let's see if we can lift him up. 17 seconds left. I tell you what, our Alburnett heavyweight has not taken a shot. He's been hanging on and collar tying and blocking off, and you know, Richie's been trying to get some angles and cut some corners. That's going to be a solid win for Richie Hevern, 7-2.
I don't
Not sure about that.
Yeah. Good win, though.
That's a good win. It sure is. So at this point, the Hawks will take a win here. All right, moving to weight class 106. We'll see if Austin Howell can get back on the winning side here. He's taking on Ben Moyer, I believe. Austin Howell taking on Ben Moyer. He's a freshman for the Alburnett Pirates. And he's a pretty good freshman. So Austin Howell will really need to get going here. Austin Howell will really need to get going on his feet. You know, get back on the aggressive like he was that first match against OABCIG. There's a double underhook by Moyer, and he's going to try to launch Howell, and he's going to pick up 2 and no back points.
Could have been a lot worse there. Nice job by Howell getting off the edge of the mat, because tell you what, he went to his back there. And
I think Howell could have thrown him. You know, with all that, he had an opportunity to headlock Moyer. I'm not sure. He's reaching back and grabbing the head. There's a cradle. Moyer has Howell in a far side cradle, crossface cradle now. He rolled across his back, and he's got Austin Howell. Howell's going to roll out of it. And Ben Moyer's going to pick up 3 points. Nice job by the freshman from West Delaware to not give up the fall there. Again, you got to work some good hand control. Got to work for some hand control. Ben Moyer up 5-0. A minute left to go in the second period. Now Moyer's got a ball and chain. He's got a bulldog locked up against Howell. Howell does a nice job crawling forward, breaks the grip of Moyer. And Moyer goes right back to work on the arms. He's got an inside wrist on the left side. He's trying to roll that out. Now he goes around the front and he pinches Howell. Howell's got Moyer up in the air. Let's see if he can pop his head out and pick up a 2-point reversal. Now he's back out on top of Moyer. Moyer's got his hands locked Moyer's got his hands locked on Howell. Howell needs to cross face Moyer. He does. There's a nice cross face. 21 seconds left to go. Howell trying to get behind. Hard cross face by Howell. Boy, keep the cross face in. Step, straighten your leg, and step behind and hook. And you got to stop it right there. Thank you very much. Going to be 1 point for Howell as Moyer had his hands locked. And it's 5-1. 4 seconds left to go. First period. First period's going to come to an end. And there you have it. 5-1 in favor of the freshman from Alburnett. Alburnett looking for some points here to even the match.
And Moyer's going to go down to start this second period. And, if you're Austin Howell, you got to start working your offense from the top. But Moyer with a very quick stand-up on Howell. But Howell does a nice job of returning him to the mat. Just got to keep doing that here and not get caught in a throwing situation here.
That's exactly right. And he did a nice job controlling the arms of Ben Moyer. And Moyer came to that stand-up a couple of times. And a nice lift by Howell. Lift and return by Howell. Now an outside stand-up by Moyer. Nice tight waist chop by Howell. He's doing a nice job riding now. Reaches under it, grabs the left arm. Now he's got to grab the near ankle and toss Moyer to his back. Howell doing a nice job. Stand up now by Moyer. Howell traps that arm. Then he tries to back trip Moyer. Moyer sags on Howell. And Moyer's going to pick up 2 on the reversal. Now he's got Howell in a cradle once again. Howell rocking back and forth trying to get out of the cradle. Boy, you got to keep that left shoulder up. Moyer's trying to readjust that cradle. 1 minute left to go. And there's the fall. Austin Howell will be 1-2 on the day. The feature match right here, Zach Fowler and Patrick Woods. So we'll see how this match goes. Fowler and Woods. 2 seniors, 2 very, very good seniors going at it. Patrick Woods ranked number 1. And Woods going right back to work on that front headlock on Fowler. And Fowler's basing out. Woods is going to try to dump him on his side. He's got his head wrapped up with his left arm. He's going to try to cradle him up. He's got Fowler in a drive cradle. He's going to pick up the 2-point takedown. No back points. Woods is going to step in and try to Turk Fowler. And Fowler's going to crawl forward and scissor out of it. And Woods is going to trap that right arm. Nice job by Woods. Just a good control wrestler on top. He traps that right arm, now goes to a tight waist. And now he's going to shoot a chicken wing on that right side and inside wrist on the left side, maybe a double chicken wing. The thing I like about Patrick Woods here, Jamie, he's sagging. He's got that wing locked up on the right side, and he sags back. He keeps his pressure back to keep that wing tight. Now Fowler's trying to work that right arm forward. And Woods is doing a good job keeping that wing locked up. Now he's going to try to scoop the other arm for a double chicken wing. Let's see if he can get it locked up. 44 seconds left to go, first period. Patrick Woods up on top. Now he's got a double chicken wing locked up on Zach Fowler. Let's see if he can dump Fowler to his backside. Well, he's got it locked up. He's elbow to elbow, 31 seconds left. Patrick Woods being very patient with the double chicken wing. Let's see if he can make a big step here. 23 seconds left. He's got it wrapped up tight. Fowler now trying to work his elbows up. And Woods is going to try a tilt on. Woods steps over. He's going to try to tilt Fowler for some back points. 9 seconds left to go. Referee down looking close. And Woods is going to try a double chicken wing tilt here. And he's not going to have any back points as our time runs out. Let's check out the points. It's going to be Fowler's choice. He's going to defer over to Woods, and Woods is going to choose down. Patrick Woods will choose down. And there's a set, first set. Fowler's going to ride the right side. There's the second set. Nice stand up by Woods. Fowler dives in on a double. Nice down block by Woods. He's in great position. His hips are heavy, right on top of the head of Zach Fowler. Now a hard crossface by Woods. Hard crossface with the left, picks up the ankle with the right. He's going to scoot behind and pick up 2. Back to work he goes on the arms of Zach Fowler. That's Patrick Woods at his best right there. And tying up arms, controlling hips, and going to work. Very, very physical on top. 1:30 left to go. The Alburnett Pirates are ahead 6-3 after 2 matches. Richie Heverin started with a win at 285. And then Ben Moyer with a fall over Austin Howell at 106. So the Pirates are up 6-3. Patrick Woods trying to even the score here or even score some bonus points here. Been close. Been close a couple of times from turning Zach Fowler. And you got 2 good seniors going at it. Weight class 113. Zach Fowler, Class 1A Alburnett Pirates, and Patrick Woods, Class 2A West Delaware Hawks. Nice job by Woods to break Fowler back down. Grabs a chicken wing on the right side, trying to roll an inside wrist on the left. And Fowler doing a good job staying, basing out, keeping that right palm down. Weight class 113. 3rd and 4th place. The winner will take 3rd. The loser will take 4th. And then be thrown in that pool of 3rd place or 4th place wrestlers teams tomorrow. Patrick Woods with a double chicken wing. He's got it locked up. Got to pinch his elbows tight. Going to try to climb the top. He's going to try to get off the legs. Fowler doing a good job tying up the legs of Patrick Woods so Woods can't get off his hips. 14 seconds left to go. And now Woods is going to jump to this right side. Let's see if he can make a big step here.
Man.
Yeah, once again.
He just can't get out of them legs.
He cannot get out of the legs. He's going to try to dump Fowler. He's got back points there. Is our referee counting? No points, boy. That was a nice.
Neutral?
That was going to go neutral. That was a nice change-up on Woods trying to go. Fowler was trying to base down on the wings, and Woods just jumped over to the left side where he was posted. Almost had some back points at the end of that period. Going neutral now. There's a nice double by Woods. He's going to sit Fowler on his backside. Let's see if he can step between the legs. And he's going to pick up 2. He's got that leg turk. Let's see if he can climb the body of Fowler. Going to trap the free arm. Stays in between the legs. Let's see if he can climb the body and go cross-face, far shoulder, and pick up some back points off of it. Well, that was just a smooth double, Jamie, by Patrick.
Yeah, it was, and Patrick Woods just really doing what Patrick Woods does, and he comes out, does a great job. He got the double leg and got the takedown out of it. Nice job there by Patrick.
And 109 left to go in the match. Woods up now 6-0, and he's looking for some back points. And he's got that wing, he's got the arms of Zach Fowler tied up again. Let's see if he can get some points this time. No messing around this time. Boy, there's 1,001. Why didn't he count that, Jamie? Fowler had his back exposed big time. And referee was not counting. Woods is going to try a tilt off the double chicken wing. Steps over, puts a cross body right in. He's still got the double chicken wing. 40 seconds left to go. He's trying to score the tilt. And Fowler's doing a good job keeping his shoulders from being turned to a 45. They're going to get potentially dangerous. 26 seconds left. 10-3, the Union Knights are ahead of the Pleasant Valley Spartans. Union Knights having a good bracket, Jamie.
They really are. You know, they, like you said, got a big win against West Des Moines Valley, who's always been real tough in this tournament. So a good win by them, and they're getting it done here in the final again as well.
13 seconds left to go. Patrick Woods is going to pick up a hard-fought win. Very dominating. You know, you're winning 6-0, but it was more dominating than that. And that's going to do it. 6-0 win, so we're going to be knotted up at sixes. Zach Fowler, Patrick Woods, 6-0. And now we're going to go to weight class 120 and Logan Riley. And let's check this out. It could be Matt Ayler, he's a freshman. It could be Tucker Franklin, he's a freshman. It could be Logan McClintock, he's a freshman. All at 120 for the Pirates. So it will be Tucker Franklin. And he is a freshman. So Logan Riley will need to get going here. There's Tucker Franklin, all upper body. There's an ankle pick attempt by Riley. Tucker Franklin with an overhook on Logan Riley. Riley with an underhook. Now front headlock by Riley. That's
there it is.
That's where Logan Riley is most comfortable there, Jamie.
There it is.
That's a nice front headlock by Riley, and he picks up the 2-point takedown. Here's an opportunity for bonus points. But you just kind of got to keep wrestling, as we saw in that last dual meet. Drive cradle attempt by Riley. Now chicken wing attempt by Riley. He's got the right arm of Tucker Franklin in a chicken wing. He's got a ball and chain with the left. He's got to try to tilt Tucker Franklin. And Franklin rolls through. I'd like to see him keep that chicken wing off that ball and chain. And now Franklin frees that left arm. And Logan Riley's going to scoop it again. Franklin reaches back and grabs the left toe of Logan Riley, tries to sit over the top of it, and Riley does a nice job gaining balance. 6-6, we're knotted up. We're weight class 120. If you're just joining us, KMCH.com will have all the Battle Waterloo action for you. 26 seconds left to go. Riley now still trying to tilt Tucker Franklin. Franklin hanging on to that leg of Logan Riley. And Riley now, you want to stay out of a scramble. Riley's going to get himself in a scramble. You're going to give some points up. You don't want to give any points up. Don't want to give any points up at the end of the period. That's going to do it right there, no points. Good period, good first period for Logan Riley. And he's going to choose down. 6-6. 10-3. 10-3, the Union Knights are ahead of the Pleasant Valley Spartans. 15-6, Valley is ahead of Cedar Falls. And 10-3, Assumption. No, Charles City is over Assumption. That'd be a huge upset. All right, back to action we go. There's a one-point escape by Logan Riley. Nice fireman's carry by Riley, and he's got Tucker Franklin on his back. Nice fireman's carry, and Franklin's going to roll out of it. Boy, another one of those opportunities. You got somebody on their back. Got somebody on your back, and you just got to find a way to bury him. That's going to be a 5-point move. 5-point move for Logan Riley. Now he steps across. He's got the arms of Tucker Franklin tied up again. He's got an 8-0 major going right now with 1 minute left to go in the second period. You just got to stay tough. And he's working those bars and working those tilts. He's got an inside wrist on the left. He's going to try to roll that out to a bar. Franklin backs over it. And Riley cannot free that arm. Going to get stalling against Tucker Franklin underneath as Logan Riley is putting the pressure on. Nice snapback. Count it, Mr. Official. Scoop it up, Logan Riley. And back behind. Boy, had a nice snapback as Tucker Franklin went to a short sit. And he just couldn't quite hold him there for any back points. 31 seconds left to go, second period, weight class 120. The fourth annual Battle of Waterloo right here in downtown, the heart of Waterloo, Young Arena. 15 seconds left to go. And Riley gets himself a little high riding. Tucker Franklin's going to try to pull his head out and score one. Logan Riley's going to hang on with a whizzer. That might be a 1-point escape. And no points. Jamie had an opportunity to get through that Dan Gable Museum for just a quick lap. And I'll tell you what, that's a place I've got to come back to. Never been there before. And again, it looks, if you love wrestling, that's the place where you got to be. It's just a ton of history. And you owe yourself a visit to the Dan Gable Museum. It's 1 block south and 1 block east of the Young Arena. And I'm telling you what, it's got a lot of neat stuff. Got a neat little gift shop, some great T-shirts, some great posters. And it's got a lot of history there. A lot of memorabilia, a lot of uniforms, a lot of singlets by some outstanding wrestlers. And they're on display along with the history of those wrestlers. So I'll tell you what, maybe over vacation, a good opportunity to hit that.
I've only heard how good it is over there. I mean, you said you went in today, and it's a nice addition here. I think it's only been up for 5 years or so.
Yeah, something. It's new. Logan Riley now at the chicken wing on Tucker Franklin. He's up 10-0, working on some bonus points. But I'll tell you what, he would like to slap the young freshman to his back and get a little distance in this score. It's knotted up at 6s. West Delaware has 2 wins by simple decision. And Alburnett has a pin at 106. 38 seconds left to go. It should be
picks up 3 more, I believe, over there. You got a 2-point near fall to put him up 10-0, and there's.
They didn't give him any points, Jamie, off that tilt.
Wow. All right then.
Wow, I thought he was counting 1,000, 1,002, but it must have been 1,001. There's a nice job by Riley. Tight waist with a half Nelson. He takes Tucker Franklin belly down. It's going to be 11 seconds left to go in this third period. It appears that Logan Riley is going to win this by major, 10-0, and that'll give the Hawks a bonus point there, making it 10-6 lead. And Jamie, I didn't sense any Sam Phillips not taking the lineup today, as Zach Meyer will come back to the lineup for the West Delaware Hawks at 126.
Well, he's got his head is taped down there.
So he might have a bad ear, or maybe he's got a cut or something. Zach Meyer taking on Jake Koch. And this will not be an easy match. Zach Meyer will have to wrestle very, very well, too. Another good couple of seniors. Jake Koch has been around the block a few times for the Alburnett Pirates. So Zach Meyer will really have to be sharp here. Zach wrestled an extremely good match against the Charles City Comets. Very impressed with his match there, and he'll have to put another one together right here. And 2 guys, there's a high crotch by Koch. He's in deep on Meyer, and Meyer's got to bail out of it. And Koch's going to step through and Turk Meyer, and Meyer's going to roll across his back, no back points, and he's going to free himself out of the Turk. It's a 2-point takedown. Now Koch goes to work on the right arm of Zach Meyer, inside wrist, rolls it out to a bar, and Meyer frees that arm.
You know, you're Zach Meyer there. You don't want to, or a situation like that, Jake Koch got the takedown, and Zach was reaching back trying to hang on a little too long, and he got caught, in that leg Turk. And in a situation like that, you just got to bail out, and you got to belly down, because then you're going to start looking at near fall points, and you can't have that in a duel like this.
Over on match 4, I think that's Eric Clark over Assumption. Johnny Etherington gets beat at 126-4. I don't think that was Eric Clark. He's up a couple of weights. Anyway, 10-6 now. Zach Meyer still belly down. Jake Koch on top, riding some tight waist, riding some, make him get out to the side. He's been riding Meyer parallel. Meyer now trying to get back to his base. Jake Koch traps that left arm of Meyer with a 2-on-1. Meyer goes to some hand control, tries to free that left arm. 9 seconds left to go in this first period, and Zach Meyer will have some work to do. And it's going to be Jake Koch's choice. And we'll see where he decides to go. Zach Meyer's going to go back to neutral. They didn't want to go underneath. And if you're Zach Meyer, you got to get going on your feet. Move your feet. Move your feet, keep going. Jake Koch shot a very, very nice high crotch. So Zach Meyer will have to be wary of that. Hard collar tie by Meyer, retie by Koch. Koch in that staggered stance. Right leg forward. There's that high crotch again by Jake Koch. He tries to cut across to a double. Meyer tries to counter it with a neck wrench, and Koch's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. 4-0 now. And Meyer's got some work to do on his back as they come back to the center of the circle. Jake Koch up on top. Very good rider. Meyer needs to come to a stand-up. And Jake Koch reaches down, picks up that left ankle. Reaches up and picks up that left ankle of Zach Meyer, drives him forward. And no escape yet for Zach Meyer. Meyer trying to get back to his feet. It's a 4-0 lead for Jacob Koch, the senior from Alburnett, wrestling at weight class 126. A fall by Charles City makes it 16-6. Take a big lead over Davenport Assumption. Tight waist head lever by Jake Koch has Zach Meyer belly down in the center of the mat. And Zach Meyer cannot free his hips. That hard, tight waist by Koch. Meyer's got to push back over his hips. And you got to get Jake Koch off the legs here, Jamie. That's a ride right there where you're riding parallel. And let's see if we get a stalling. It's either stalemate or stalling. I'm not sure what. Hopefully it was a stalling. I didn't see our official sign a stalling to the bench. There's Zach Meyer now on the restart. Get to your feet, Zach Meyer. There's an inside stand-up. Koch steps over to the far side, tries to back trip Meyer. Meyer now to his feet. Nice stand-up by Zach Meyer. 11 seconds left to go. Jake Koch drops in on a double. Zach Meyer now trying to come out of the scramble. And Jake Koch is going to grab onto the legs. And we're going to end the second period. And it's going to be Koch's choice as he leads 4-0.
He's going to go down, so Zach Meyer's got to go to work on top here. You know, he hasn't really been able to do it from his feet. He's given up 2 takedowns already, so got to do some work on top.
And there's a nice breakdown by Meyer as he traps them. Boy, had the left arm trapped. Jake Koch now goes to a power half on the far side. He's on the left side. He's got a power half Nelson on the left side. Not quite sure what he's trying to do with that. Yeah, Jake Koch goes belly down. Now Zach Meyer steps over the right ankle of Jake Koch. And again, there won't be any quitting Zach Meyer. As he steps back over the left ankle, tries to take Jake Koch off his base. Inside wrist by Meyer. Double inside wrist now by Meyer. Koch just content to go belly to stay on all fours and let Meyer try to turn him. 1:07 left to go. We're going to get a stalemate. How about stalling underneath instead of a stalemate?
Surprised we didn't see a double stalling.
We saw double stalling against Richie Heverin as he was taking all the shots. There's an outside stand-up attempt by Jake Koch. A nice chop, tight waist by Zach Meyer. And Jake Koch goes face down again. On all fours, Zach Meyer steps over that left ankle. Now Meyer trying to work that double inside wrist. 50 seconds left to go here. Meyer down 4-0. He needs some back points here. Now we're going to get stalling against Koch. And Meyer goes with a crossface from right to left. Tries to set up a crossface cradle. Koch with an outside stand-up. Meyer now tries to set up that cradle one more time, and off the edge of the mat they go. 10-6 is our dual meet score. 4-0 is our match score. The West Delaware Hawks are ahead in the dual meet. They're behind in the match score. 32 seconds left to go in the match. It'll take us up to 1:32, where Connor Wickman will be taking on top-ranked Hunter Washburn from Alburnett. 17 seconds left to go. Jake Koch, very good base. Very good defense underneath. Meyer trying to turn him with that inside wrist and a far side half. And Jake Koch, three-quarter Nelson by Meyer. And Meyer comes with a hard crossface. That's a frustration. That's a frustration crossface right there. As Jake Koch does just what he needs to do to win the match.
That was it. Just what he needed to do.
2 takedowns. Made him stand up. Now we're getting into the meat of Alburnett's lineup right here. 132, Hunter Washburn. 138, Connor Shalista. 145, Bryce Paul. 152, Drake Hallbloom. And 170, Dylan Winfield. There's Connor Wickman with the takedown. That's a great shot by Connor Wickman in on Hunter Washburn. Okay, Hunter Washburn has grown quite a bit, Jamie. Jumped up a couple of weights. Front headlock now by Connor Wickman. 22-6, Charles City up on Davenport Assumption. That would be a huge upset. At weight class 138. Where Forsyth from Charles City is going against Deontay Parks. I'm telling you what, Forsyth is tough. 0-0, 1:19 left to go, first period. Hunter Washburn, top ranked in Class 1A. Connor Wickman, the senior from West Delaware. And now Washburn in on a single. Gets his hips underneath, lifts Wickman up off the mat, and then returns him for a 2-point takedown. Now he's got a tight waist. I'll tell you what, the Alburnett Pirates have done a good. The matches they've won, Jamie, they've done a great job controlling the hips of the West Delaware Hawks.
Yeah, they really have. And, now you look in a tight waist tilt like that, all that is controlling the hips. And Washburn just about picked up near fall points on Wickman just with the tight waist tilt and wasn't able to get us. So Connor Wickman's just got to keep coming up here and fight, because I tell you what, Washburn's a 2-time state champ, and Connor Wickman's not backing down here.
Well, and there's no reason to. There's no pressure on Connor Wickman, and there's all kinds of pressure on Hunter Washburn. And nice inside stand-up attempt, outside stand-up attempt by Wickman. And Washburn dumps him to his left shoulder. Now Washburn going back to work on that tight waist tilt. And Connor Wickman says no dice. Washburn throws in a crossbody ride, power half Nelson. He's got a leg in. It looks like now he's going to be picking up some back points. Now referee's 1,001 count. Wickman's doing a nice job not giving up back points. Well, I'm not sure now you start counting back points, as Washburn's got a power half Nelson in, and he's going to pick up 3 as the period expires. That's another one of those 3-point moves as time expires. All right, second period. Washburn's choice is going to go down. Connor Wickman's going to ride up on top. I'll tell you what, there's a move, a sit-out turn-in by Washburn. He's going to face Wickman, and Wickman's going to cut him loose.
Wow, he's quick.
Yes, he is. They're going to get potentially dangerous. As their arms are tied up, Wickman had an underhook, Washburn had an overhook.
I think that's the arm that Washburn broke during football season, or the hand. So I think Kane Thompson, when that was going on, he ran halfway across the mat to tell the referee to watch the arm, because I know Washburn sat out, got hurt last weekend with that as well. So protecting his wrestler there.
Well, like any good coach would do. There's a nice high crotch attempt by Wickman, a little bit too far away. And Washburn's got a down block, try to cut hit the go behind. A nice job by Wickman to block him off, and we're back to neutral, over and under. Not sure Connor Wickman wants to be here. You're in a lateral drop, you're an over and under. 1:13 left to go. Don't give him any forward pressure, Connor Wickman. Over and under by Wickman, over and under by Washburn. This is throw or be thrown. There's Wickman tries to launch Washburn off the edge of the mat. Washburn sags. You can feel that pressure.
Yeah.
If you're Wickman, that's a good place to throw it. And we're going to neutral. It's 6-0 now. Hunter Washburn up 6-0. Washburn working the head of Connor Wickman. There's a sweep single attempt by Washburn. He's in deep on the right leg of Wickman. Wickman trying to hard whizzer. And Washburn's going to crowd him and back trip him. It's 8-0 right now. Getting the Hawks up. Hawks still up 10-9. And Hunter Washburn trying to put the Alburnett Pirates back up on top. And Alburnett very, very solid through the middle of this lineup. And the Hawks will be favored in some of those upper weight matches, but they've got a lot of work left to do. They've got a lot of work left to do before then. A little blood timeout as Washburn has to go to the corner.
While we do that, again, our wrestling on KMCH.com, brought to you by Gavilan Grain, is proud to support all the area wrestlers. They understand all the hard work and dedication in the classroom and on the mat. Best of luck to all the area athletes and coaching staff on a successful wrestling season from Gavilan Grain, your marketing grain experts with locations in Masonville and Dubuque. Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like Julie Smith can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, State Farm, Julie Smith Agency for all your insurance needs. Call on a winning team, the Julie Smith Agency, State Farm Agency in Manchester. Wapsie Valley Creamery is a family-owned business dedicated to serving family-owned dairy farms in Northeast Iowa, Northwest Illinois, and Southwest Wisconsin since 1906. Good luck to all the area wrestlers and coaching staff from Wapsie Valley Creamery and Independence, partners in excellence, and East Buchanan Telephone Cooperative in Winthrop are proud to support all the area athletes, and all area wrestlers for the continued success this wrestling season. East Buchanan Telephone Cooperative, your total communication source in Winthrop.
Now with 13 seconds left to go in the second period, we got the blood taken care of, and we're going back to work as Wickman is down. Hunter Washburn up on top, riding, and the second period is going to end with Washburn up 8-0. Forsyth from Charles City and Tiante Parks from Assumption knotted up at threes right now. Charles City up 22-6. Neutral position we go for period 3. Washburn does such a great job at working the head, very physical. Hunter Washburn is a junior and does a great job at working the head and staying physical. There's a nice shot by Wickman off the edge of the mat, and no points scored. Good job by Connor Wickman. And we got Coach Thompson out there saying there might be a little bit of blood left on the mat, and we're going to send a...
Yeah, we're just going to wipe it off with our feet, the official.
The official, yeah, he's going to rub it out with his feet.
Just rub it in.
Forsyth with a 2-point takedown on Parks. Tell you what, that big upset brewing there, Mr. Jamie Vasky.
You bet.
Charles City's trying to make a statement at the Young Arena here tonight.
They lead at 22-6.
Kind of doing the same thing that they did to the West Delaware Hawks. There's a deep single by, no points yet. Nice scramble by Wickman. Deep single by Washburn. He tried to come up with it, and Wickman dove right back in on the legs of Washburn, and we're going to get a stalemate. Good job by Connor Wickman there. Good scramble. Good scramble as Washburn was in deep. Now deep high crotch by Washburn. He's going to cut across to a double. He's going to step over, and Wickman's going to try to scramble out of it. He waits too long and gets caught on his back. And he's going to give up 2 and 2. 4-point move. 6-4 now. Parks and Forsyth, 14 seconds left. $50 seconds left to go. Wickman now on all fours trying to build his base. And a hard, tight waist. Hard, tight waist by Washburn. And now a 2-on-1 by Washburn. Must have been somebody at a clinic or something that went back to that 2-on-1, Jamie, because we've seen that several times this year. Well, that's that old ride. You used to be able to hang on that, hang on that, hang on it. And
yeah, right now,
tell you what.
Wickman's going to get called for stalling here underneath. 12-0 with 15 seconds left to go, and there's an escape for Wickman. It's now 12-1. So, I'm sure Connor Wickman isn't all about moral victories here, but I think for the Hawks here, not giving up the fall is pretty important here and just giving up a major.
No, you're exactly right. And that was a good match. That was a good match. You're wrestling two-time state champ, and you go the distance with them, and you're a couple of situations from scoring some points, but you can keep your head held high about that. Connor Shalista, outstanding sophomore from Alburnett, will take on Bo Vasky, the senior from West Delaware. And Shalista in on a double on Vasky and sets Vasky down to his backside. I'll tell you what, that was just 2 pops, 3 pops to the head, and Shalista was right in on that double.
13-10. Alburnett leading the Hawks right now, and 2-0. Shalista leading here against Bo Vasky. Richard Heveron started it off at heavyweight with a 7-2 win. Austin Howell was pinned by Ben Moyer from Alburnett. That made it 6-3. Patrick Woods with a 6-0 win over Zach Fowler, defending bronze medalist for the Pirates in the state tournament. That made it 6-6. Logan Riley got a 10-0 major decision. That made it 10-6. Zach Meyer was beaten 4-0 by Jacob Cope. That made it 10-9 in favor of the Hawks, and Hunter Washburn with that major decision, making the score 13-10. Looking around the rest of the mats, Indianola leads Clear Lake 26-16. Charles City with a 25-6 lead over over Assumption. It's Valley West Des Moines leading Cedar Falls 39-12. Union leads Pleasant Valley 19-15, and Woodbury Central leads ADM 44-27.
And a butcher by Shalista has Vasky in trouble. Tell you what, that Shalista does such a great job of tying up arms. That could be a fall right there. So he's got that butcher locked in deep. Our referee down there looking close. Bo Vasky on his back. And Shalista out in great position with 30 seconds left to go. Vasky rocking back and forth. Let's see if he can got his belly down. Boy, went right back to his belly, fought off his back. Only gave up 3
Thompson
there.
Got a little ahead of himself there. He was going over to warm up the next wrestler, and Bo Vasky did a nice job of fighting off his back there.
Pinch for Assumption, pinning Hechtveet. So that'll cut. That'll give the Assumption Knights 6, 25-12. Shalista's choice to start the second period. And let's see what he decides to do. He's going to go both up. So he's going to defer over to Vasky. And Vasky's going to go down. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, Bo Vasky went down, Jamie. Had a hard time escaping. Shalista tied his arms up. I would like to see him go probably up on top or, on his feet. And he's going to end up, circled to the front of Vasky. Vasky popped his head up, and Shalista hit him with a headlock. And this could be a fall for Alburnett. As Bo Vasky is in trouble with 137. Shalista trying to settle in here. Vasky now trying to step over the top of the legs of Shalista and curl up behind him. And we'll see if Vasky can hold on. 1:20 left to go, second period. Shalista holds a 5-0 lead right now, and Alburnett holds a 13-10. Alburnett holds a 13-10 lead in this dual meet. And Shalista now tries to readjust, and Vasky squirms his way out of it, and then Shalista loads up the headlock again. Vasky tries to roll him through. Shalista sags, he's got his hip down, he's in great position. Bo Vasky's got his right shoulder up now. If he can just keep scooting with Connor Shalista, this would be huge. He's been on his back for a long time in this second period. He's got 40 seconds left to fight. And Shalista not in any hurry there, Jamie, to tighten this thing up.
I think he's pretty content sitting right there right now. And Bovaski doing a great job of just fighting off. Now he's going to go to a reverse half finish here. And Bovaski's still fighting here. 23 seconds left, and he's going to get off his back.
Doing a nice job. I'll tell you what, that was a great fight by the senior from West Delaware. Again, we talked about, not giving up pins. And here's a great example right here. If you're Bovaski to fight, he's fought off his back for a minute and a half, not giving up the pin. Danny Bush working on a fall. There's a fall right there by Danny Bush. It's 25-18 now, 2 straight falls by the Assumption Knights. And Zach Milks going down by fall to Danny Bush. Third period underway, double by Shalista, and I'll tell you what, he was in deep on that double. Goes right back to work, climbs the body of Vasky, and works that tight waist tilt. Vasky does a nice job staying belly down, no back points there. Shalista working on a major decision. It's 10-0. Tell you what, once again, this would be huge if Vasky could go 6 here. Connor Wickman going 6 with Washburn, and Vasky trying to go 6 with Shalista. Shalista ranked up in the top 3 at weight class 138 in Class 1A. Ranked number 4. Sawyer Amling and Shalista. Sawyer Amling from Edgewood ranked number 2. Shalista ranked 4. Under a minute, 59 seconds. Nice job by, here comes that headlock again. Boy, oh boy.
That's going to do it.
That's going to be a tech fall. If Vasky can't get out of it, it's going to be a tech fall. But I'll tell you what, points are important. He did the same thing. He circled out in front of Vasky. Vasky popped his head up, and then he hit him with a headlock. Vasky trying to get off his back and go belly down, trying to roll through, and that's going to do it. That's going to be a tech fall. You know what, 5 is better than 6 right there. That was a good job of fighting. 2 seniors with good fight there, Connor Wickman and Bo Vasky. Vasky will get tech falled 15-0.
It's going to make our team score 18-10 now in favor of Alburnett. And we're going to see Mason Steffen up here for the Hawks at 145 pounds against Bryce Paul.
And Bryce Paul not bad at 145. He's got a cattle catcher on Mason Steffen, and Steffen limp arms out of it almost. Boy, almost had Paul going to his back out of it, but Paul's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. And Mason Steffen right back to his feet. Nice hand control and a 1-point escape. Great job there by Mason Steffen. Again, you might see all the varsity matches here that Mason Steffen has wrestled pay dividends, maybe. And there's a double leg takedown by Bryce Paul. Steffen close to giving up back points. And no points. Oh, gave him 2 back. Gave him 2 back, so Mason Steffen will go down 6-1. 42 seconds into period 1, a weight class 145. 152, Tim Tutton will take on Drake Hallbloom. Again, another really good sophomore. In this Alburnett lineup, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 juniors, and 1, 2, 3 sophomores and 4 freshmen. Half Nelson by Bryce Paul. He's got it in deep. He's up 9-1 right now. And he's applying a lot of pressure to that. He's got an inside wrist. Bryce Paul's ranked 4th. Yeah, 145. So Alburnett's got they got some good individuals. We found out that they have some holes in their lineup when they wrestle very good teams, but they've got some outstanding individuals that are highly ranked. So they've got an outstanding shot to repeat in that Class 1A this year. Won the dual team title, won the traditional, and they'd like to go for 2 in a row. 6 seconds left to go, first period. Again, a good period by Bryce Paul, up 9-1. over Mason Steffen. Assumption closing the gap now 25-18 on Charles City at weight class 160. Mason Steffen, Bryce Paul coming right back to that underhook, and he's going to try to hit him with that cattle catcher. And Mason Steffen gets thrown to his back, Jamie. You could see that coming. There's the fall. Boy, you could just see that coming. Bryce Paul with an overhook. Steps around the head of Mason Steffen. Slaps him in that cattle catcher. It's 24-10. And Tim Tutton will take on Drake Hallbloom. And this will not be an easy match for Tim Tutton. We've got 3 152-pounders. Hallbloom, Dylan Miller, and Tanner Hoyer. They're open at 160, but I'm sure they'll move one of those 160-pounders up to take on Jake Voss. And we'll see. The Hawks need a win here. Drake Hallbloom, again, he's a sophomore. Tim Tutton, the senior from West Delaware. Tim Tutton, I'd like to see him go back to work and set that double up. He's got a really outstanding double if he can make that work to his advantage. Good snap down by Tutton. He's going to cut the corner on Hallbloom and pick up a 2-point takedown. Hallbloom tried to roll through. Tutton had him on his back momentarily. Now he's over the top. Got to stay behind those arms, Timmy Tutton. Get out to the side, ride that tight waist head lever. That's a good position right there for Tim Tutton. Nice tight waist. Head lever, tight waist with the right, head lever with the left. He's got that right arm of Drake Hallbloom draped across his, or that left arm draped across his back in a bar. Let's see if he can take Hallbloom to his back. Tim Tutton up on top, doing a great job riding. He's going to try to set the farmer up here. Well, don't lose that bar. Boy, lost that bar. Hallbloom gets his left arm back. Tim Tutton goes right back to work on a tight waist, head lever. Trying to get that wrist. Hallbloom comes to a stand-up. Drops down to one knee. Tutton bumps him forward. All fours now is Hallbloom. Tutton riding the right side now. 27 seconds left to go. Now he's got him broken down off his base. Nice job so far by Tim Tutton. He's up 2-0. The Hawks are in a hole again, 24-10 to the Alburnett Pirates, the top-ranked team in Class 1A. West Delaware coming in here ranked number 4 in Class 2A, but they will probably drop a couple spots in those next rankings. Tim Tutton doing a nice job, and that's going to do it for the first period. 2-0 lead for Tim Tutton. Good first period, Jamie.
It was, but Timmy's got to keep going here. He can't. We've seen him a couple times this year have a great first period and really go hard and come out of it, but then he kind of gasses in the second and third period. So he's got to pace himself here and keep a good pace in order if he wants to keep going here throughout this match.
He's also got to work on keeping his head up and controlling his arms. These Alburnett Pirates will half Nelson you to death. They'll wing you, bar you, half Nelson you to death, and right now Hallbloom's had the double leg in. Now he's got the power, he's got the leg in on the left side. He's got a power half Nelson on the right side of Tim Tutton. Tutton trying to stand up. Hallbloom gets real high. Tim Tutton could grab his head and shake him down. That's trying to shake him down. Now pull that leg down, cut across to a double, Tim Tutton. He's trying to capture that leg. He's going to throw Hallbloom over the top of his head and maybe pick up a 2-point reversal. Nice job there with the 2-point reversal. Hawks are going to need some bonus points here pretty quick to get back into this thing. Started at 285. We're at 152. 6 matches left to go. A lot of points to be earned yet. He's got to start right here with Timmy Tutton for the West Delaware Hawks. Drake Hallbloom with the stand-up. And he's going to split the hands of Tim Tutton and pick up a 1-point escape. It's now 4-1. Tim Tutton now showing a little quickness there, up and down, bobbing and weaving. He's trying to work that head of Hallbloom. Hallbloom is standing still. Not moving. There's a nice ankle pick by Tutton. Boy, he's got kept his head down, and a 2-point go behind by Drake Hallblum. It's 4-3 now. See if Hallblum cuts Tutton loose. Boy, Tutton just dropped down. And you got to watch it here for Tim Tutton. Hallblum puts the cross body right in now. Power half Nelson. 9 seconds left to go, and I think it's going to be Hallblum's choice to start the third period. And Tutton's going to hang on to a very precarious 1-point lead with 2 minutes left to go. Going to be Hallblum's choice. He's going to choose down.
Timmy Tutton with that takedown he had in the first period was the first takedown that the Hawks had gotten in 4 matches. So he's got to go to work here on top. You know, Hallblum is going to go down to start this third period, and Timmy's got to be careful here.
He certainly does, and he stopped that initial move of Hallblum. Now he's over the top of the arms of Hallblum. He's got to stay behind the arms. Now he tries to put a half Nelson, a power half Nelson on Hallblum. Now he's got Hallblum belly down. He's got to jump back behind. He's going to get way too high, and you don't want to give up a 2-point reversal. You're up by 1. Now he's got to get back behind and control the hips. He's still riding very, very high, and he's in front of the arms. He's trying to power half Nelson. Now he's got Hallblum flattened out. He's got an inside wrist now. 2-on-1. Hallblum tries to get to all fours, and Tutton's going to turn him in to the mat. 1:15 left to go. Hallblum's going to find the edge. Tutton tries to snap back, and boy, this is a match that the Hawks have got to win. 25-21 now. The Knights have closed the gap. They are on a run.
And that's in the championship match over here between Assumption and Charles City. Charles City leading 25-21. West Delaware trails 24-10.
Tim Tutton goes far ankle. And now he's got that inside leg. Let's see if he can Turk. He's got Hallblum turked. Let's see if he can climb the head. Boy, he's got a nice Turk. He's got some back points. Got to get some back points there. Got 2. He's got to pick that leg up. He's got a Turk in on Hallblum. Now he's got to make himself wide, Jamie Vasky. You can't get rolled through here. Make yourself wide, Tim Tutton. That looks like the fall.
Oh,
Tim Tutton's going to readjust here. Boy, fall. Hallblum rolls through, but Tutton picks up 3 with 34 seconds left. Boy, that would have been just huge. Again, settle in. Drop your hips down, chest down. Pick up the fall. That's going to be a 7-3, 20 seconds left to go. Hard, tight waist by Tutton. Hallblum tries to reach up and grab the head. And it's going to be a 7 seconds. Tim Tutton is 7 seconds away from picking up a big win here. And Tutton locks the hands. It's going to be 7-4. But that's going to be a win for Tim Tutton as he locks the hands at the end of the match.
Big win there.
Yeah, 24-13. Jake Voss now going to forfeit. Going to forfeit to Jake Voss, and Brett Lammers is going to be up in a featured match. Dylan Winfield. And Voss is going to take a forfeit. So it's going to be 24-19. And Coach Voss playing some, going to send Zach Caleb Sparks. He's going to send.
No, that's Max Ridenauer.
That's Max Ridenauer. He's going to send out.
Lammers.
He must be going to move Lammers up to 182 then. Corey Russell up to 195. So Dylan Winfield taking on top-ranked Dylan Winfield here, I believe. Or highly ranked.
Yep.
That's a freight train double right there. On the whistle is Dylan Winfield. And he's going right after Max Ridenauer. He's going to try to set him up in a Turk. He's going to try to get this thing over in a hurry. Max Ridenauer, there's that. Same thing we saw out of Connor Shalista. Could be a fall right there. It is in 25 seconds. Dylan Winfield goes out in the front of Max Ridenauer. Ridenauer pops his head, and Winfield hits him with the headlock. It's 30-19 now. Brett Lammers is going to move up to 182 and take on Austin Hoyle, I believe. So the Hawks, a couple of pins here, Jamie, and the Hawks would take the lead. Let's check it out. We know it's Brett Lammers. We'll see who he's taking on here. Lammers and Hoyle. So Zach Lammers is going to give up a few pounds to
Brett Lammers.
Oh, Brett Lammers, excuse me. Brett Lammers is going to give up a couple of pounds here to Austin Hoyle. Thank you, Austin Hoyle. And he's going to try to get the Hawks back on the board here. Underway here, weight class 182. Third and fourth place in Pool C is up for grabs here. The Hawks were upset by Charles City. Right now, Charles City is upsetting Davenport Assumption. They're at weight class 170 also, with Page from Charles City taking on Argo for Davenport Assumption. Off the edge of the mat they go, and back to the center. 107, Brett Lammers, Austin Hoyle, weight class 182. There's a nice shot by Lammers, in on a single. Hard whizzer by Hoyle. Lammers picks up. Hoyle's got that single to the outside. Lammers is going to pick him up, back trip him, take him back down. And he's going to pick up the 2-point takedown. Nice solid takedown by the junior from West Delaware. Austin Hoyle is a junior for Alburnett. If you're Lammers, you just got to grind and grind and grind here, Jamie. There's a nice tilt by Lammers. Let's see if he can pick up some back points. Got to be some back points there as Hoyle, referee looking. Lammers has a tight waist tilt on Hoyle, and Hoyle is not giving up any back points there to Lammers. 17 seconds left to go.
There he is.
Boy, he's got to be some back points there. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was very slow counting by our official. And no back points there. Boy. Thought Lammers had a couple of back points there. That would have been huge. All right, 6 seconds left. Hoyle's going to go down. Lammers up on top, and that's going to be the end of the first period. Hawks are needing some pins here, Jamie. We've got 82, 95, and 220 left, and the Hawks are down by 11. They got to win all three, and they got to get some bonus points in a couple of them again. And the pressure's on here, Brett Lammers. You know, Austin Hoyle, that's all he's going to do is try to just give up a simple decision here. Going to be very defensive-minded. Brett Lammers is going to have to get on the offensive. 134 left to go. Lammers trying to attack the legs of Hoyle. Nice shot by Lammers. Let's see if we can finish that. Hoyle showing a little strength here. Lammers is going to switch off to a double. He's going to try to dump Hoyle to his backside. He's going to switch off to single and back trip and pick up two.
Hey, you can definitely see the weight advantage here for Hoyle. Brett Lammers going in there just trying to lift him up there. He didn't have a whole lot there.
All right, back to action we go. Lammers up on top of Hoyle, 4-0. Hoyle comes to an inside stand-up, and Lammers drives him off the edge of the mat. So we've got to get a restart. Hoyle set, Lammers up on top. Lammers going to ride the left side. We're going to get a caution against Lammers for starting early. And there's the restart. Lammers with the spiral ride. He traps that right arm of Austin Hoyle. He's going to try to hit him with that roll-through tilt. And Austin Hoyle is going to stay square. Again, Jamie, here's a situation where, you know, Hoyle's stalling again on the bottom. Basing out on all fours. Lammers is trying to work some pinning combinations and not getting a call at all. Upset Page from Charles City. Upsets Argo. 5-3. 4-0 is the score here. 4-0 is the score with Brett Lammers up on top of Austin Hoyle. Colton Wood, Robbie Carruthers, and Trenton Thomas are still on deck for the Alburnett Pirates. Scott Taylor and Will Wenger for the West Delaware Hawks. 3 matches to go. I see Corey Russell over there loosening up too, so kind of see what happens here. Nine seconds left to go, second period. Lammers up on top. 4-0 is all. Hoyle basing out, and that's going to do it for the second period. Lammers is going to choose down. 28-21 in favor of the Comets. They've also got 3 matches to go. Stand up by Brett Lammers. Hoyle's going to lock on. Should be stalling, Jamie. That's 9 seconds, stalling. Lammers is trying to escape. Working good hand control. Comes up with a whizzer. As Hoyle tries to drop in on a single, a whizzer by Lammers. That's got to be a stalemate right there. Well, Lammers is going to try to come to 1. There's a 1-point escape. And we're back to neutral. 5-0 is the lead. Something feet to back by Brett Lammers. Austin Hoyle again, all defense. Lammers has to push the tempo here, Jamie. There's a nice single by Lammers. He's in deep. Hoyle's going to find the edge of the mat. And we got to go back to center. And here we go again. Back to start. 1:16 left to go.
Not a lot of action from the green corner in this match.
No action. Well, it's the same thing we saw with Zach Fowler, basing out, and Tucker Franklin.
Where's he going?
No, Lammers is forcing the action, and Hoyle's just hanging on. Got to take a couple of shots. Austin Hoyle's got to take a couple of shots here. Brett Lammers got to take some shots. Oh, there's a throw attempt off the edge of the mat.
Yes.
That was a double underhook by Hoyle. He came right after Lammers. And now Kane Thompson's going to give Austin Hoyle a blow here by questioning the official. They were clearly off the edge of the mat. And back to action we go. All of a sudden Austin Hoyle tries one move. Lammers up 5-0. Get it to Brett Lammers, got to stay low level. He's had great luck. Now he's in deep on that double.
Yeah,
there's a double right there and a half.
There.
He's got him flat. He's flat. 24 seconds left to go. Lammers, boy, Hoyle on his back. He's going to pick up 3. That's going to be a major.
That's what we like to see.
Boy, oh boy, that's the double leg takedown right there. 12 seconds left to go. Brett Lammers is going to win by a major. That's going to give the Hawks 4. It's going to be 30-23 with some matches left. And we're going to send Scotty Taylor to the mat. And let's see this is either going to be Colton Wood, Robbie Carruthers, or Trenton Thomas. That's all they have left. That's all they have left. Let's check and see who it will be. And the Hawks have to get some bonus points here, Jamie. They got to win both of these. It's going to be Wood, Colton Wood. He's a junior. He's in on a double on Scott Taylor. And Taylor with a nice down block. And Taylor's going to pick up 2. He's going to stack him up. There's the foul. Boy, oh boy, where's our official at, Jamie? Boy, he stacked him right up. Scott Taylor stacked up Colton Wood. Now he's going for that crossface cradle. He's got a good one if he can lock it up. He can lock up that cradle. He had him going. Colton Wood stretched that big right leg out, and Taylor could not lock that up. So he's going to try it again. He's got it locked up this time. He's got a death grip. He's got Colton Wood on his back. Now settle in. That's got to be a fall right there. Referee's looking close. Cross-face cradle. Hold him tight there, Scotty Taylor. 102, settle in. Stepped over that leg. He's got to get his chest up. Got to get that bottom knee in the side. He loads that up. That's a fall. All right, there's one. 30-29, and we're going to Will Winger. This must be Robbie Carruthers or Trenton Thomas. And I believe this is Robbie Carruthers, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll see what happens. If this is Robbie Carruthers, Jamie, he has a really good headlock. You cannot let him headlock you. He went through middle school. Went through middle school with a really good headlock. And Will Winger, the senior, taking on. Don't have it up on the scoreboard yet.
It's up there.
Carruthers, Robbie Carruthers. It's 30-29, and whoever wins this match will win the duel. And there's going to be a takedown by Carruthers on Winger. Not yet. Tell you what, Carruthers is on top of Winger.
Come on,
and trying to score a 2-point takedown. And Winger's doing a good job staying square with him. And Winger's going to get taken down. It's a 2-point takedown by Robbie Carruthers. That's that roly-poliness of Carruthers there, Jamie. Tell you what, you have to stay in great position. And it's a tough one to wrestle. 59 seconds left to go. Will Winger down 2-0. The Hawks have closed the gap to 30-29. But Robbie Carruthers, the junior from Alburnett, is trying to be the hero for the Pirates. There's a fall for Assumption at weight class 182. Now it's 28-27. So you got two barn burners. Will Winger, Jamie, as Carruthers has a butcher in on Winger. Winger's going to go to his back, Jamie, and then he's going to roll out of it. No back points. He's going to pick up a 1-point escape.
Careful here,
and now he's going to scoop behind Carruthers. And he's going to take Carruthers down. Well, I'll tell you what, that was too close for comfort right there. It's going to be a 3-2 lead now for Will Winger as he is on top of Robbie Carruthers with a double inside wrist. And if you're Will Winger, you got to keep wrestling on top here. And let's see whose choice it's going to be. It's going to be Winger's choice. Let's see where they put him. He's going to defer over to Carruthers. And let's see where they put Carruthers. Carruthers is going to go down. That's where Will Winger wants to be, I think, up on top. And again, you got to watch the side roll here if you're Will Winger. And that's going to be a caution against Carruthers. 2 matches to go. Charles City still up 28-27. Will Winger, Carruthers going to choose down. Carruthers coming to a stand-up. Tripod stand-up. Will Winger's going to try to drop in. And Carruthers is going to launch Winger and pick up the 2-point reversal.
Not yet.
Not yet. He doesn't. Will Winger's hanging on to the legs. Boy, you got to be careful here.
It's not 2 yet. It's not 2 yet.
Now it's 2. 2-point reversal. Now it's 4-3. Hard cross face by Carruthers. Will Winger's got to move from underneath. Again, it's anybody's match right here. 4-3 is your match score. 30-29 is your dual meet score. And Will Winger is underneath of Robbie Carruthers. And Winger is down by a score of 4-3. Carruthers has Winger belly down on the mat, flat, working cross faces on top. Winger's got to get his head and chest up. He's got to get his base up and go to work and score. Going to get a stalemate. Will Winger now gets up and he's going to get reset. And there's a set. There's a nice stand-up by Winger. Carruthers picks up that inside ankle. And Winger's going to pick up one. And he's going to pick up two. There's that roll by Carruthers.
Yes.
Winger's going to come out of it on top.
Come on, Will. Throw the half in.
Winger's got to throw a half in. Got some back points right there. Needs a half Nelson in. There's a half Nelson. Winger has Carruthers on his back. He scoops the arm. Will Winger could be the hero here. 29 seconds left to go. He's got to tee out, Jamie. You want to get the fall here. There's the fall right there. There's the fall. Carruthers Winger with the fall over Carruthers in 3:37. The Hawks will win this duel 35-30. And what a match. What a duel. The Hawks can breathe a sigh of relief there, Jamie.
Me too.
I tell you what, couple of tough duels there for the Hawks. They lose one and win the other one. And the Alburnett Pirates and the West Delaware Hawks continue their battle royal. And the Hawks will win third place in their pool. And they will live to wrestle tomorrow the other third place teams. And you will have those for us here in just a minute.
I certainly will.
What a duel. And Will Winger, the hero for the West Delaware Hawks, scoring a foul to ice the win, 35-30. The Hawks will go 2-1 on this very tough Friday day of wrestling in Pool C.
All right,
there you go, Jamie. You ready to?
We're ready. We started at heavyweight. Richie Heveron with a 7-2 win. That put the Hawks up 3-0. Austin Hoyle was pinned by Ben Moyer in 3:02. That made it 6-3 in favor of the Pirates. Patrick Woods with a 6-0 win over third place finisher at the state tournament last year, Zach Fowler. That tied it up at 6. Logan Riley with a 10-0 major decision made it 10-6 in favor of the Hawks. Zach Meyer, Hawks went on a little cold streak there as Zach Meyer lost 4-0. Connor Wickman losing 12-1. Bo Vasky losing 15-0, and Mason Steffen losing by fall, making the score 24-10 in favor of Alburnett. Tim Tutton then turned the table, got a win for the Hawks 7-4 over Drake Halbom. That made it 24-13. Jake Voss with a forfeit made it 24-19. Max Reidenauer then was pinned by Dylan Winfield in 25 seconds. That made it 30-19. The Hawks then won the final 3 matches. Brent Lammers with a 10-0 major decision. That made it 30-23. Scott Taylor with a fall. Scott Taylor with a fall in 107. That made it 30-29. And Will Wenger with a fall in 3:37. In 3:37, making our final team score 34-30. The Hawks win 8 matches. Alburnett wins 6. Alburnett with 3 pins. West Delaware with 2. 2 major decisions for the Hawks. 1 for Alburnett. 1 tech fall for Alburnett. 0 for the Hawks. And takedowns, 13-13 was the final total. We have a not final yet, but I tell you what, Davenport Assumption, top ranked in Class 2A, is going to get knocked off by Charles City. So what a tournament the Charles City Comets have had today in this bracket, in this pool tournament. So we will get the Hawks will take on tomorrow starting at 2:30. Again, that's an hour and a half ahead of schedule. Roger and Greg Steffen will be on the call for that one, as West Delaware will take on Valley West Des Moines. They will take on Valley West Des Moines, Independence, and Mason City. So we'll have an area matchup there with West Delaware and Independence. They'll take on Valley West Des Moines in that first duel, and then they'll go from there against Mason City and Independence. And Roger Reed and Greg Steffen will have all the action on KMCH.com starting at 2:30. Again, that's 2:30. Western Dubuque will wrestle in the 9 o'clock session, as they will get to come over here tomorrow. But again, moving the duel up tomorrow, 2:30, the Hawks will start against West Des Moines Valley. So a good day of wrestling here. Roger, best of luck to you guys tomorrow. You should be in for some more good wrestling.
Oh, you said it, Jamie. That's going to be a tough bracket. You know, Valley's tough. We saw them wrestle down here. And, of course, Independence had a good tournament this morning. And then Mason City, always tough, always with some outstanding wrestlers. So that's going to be a great day of wrestling. The Hawks will have to get home, get some rest, get some food, and then they have to be ready to go tomorrow at 2:30. So, going to be a good day.
It certainly is, and that's going to do it for our coverage here on KMCH.com today. Again, brought to you by East Buchanan Telephone, Gavilan Grain, State Farm Insurance, the Julie Smith Agency in Manchester, and Wapsie Valley Creamery in Independence. Once again, West Delaware goes 2-1 on the day as they defeat OABCIG, Alburnett, and they fall to Charles City today. So that's going to do it for us. Roger and Greg Steffen will be back with the calls tomorrow, and that's going to do it for Roger Reed. I'm Jamie Vasky saying good night from Waterloo, Iowa, and you've been listening to West Delaware Wrestling on KMCH.com. And don't forget, when you tune us in, we're going to turn you on to the best wrestling in Eastern Iowa right here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH and KMCH.com. Good night, everybody.